10 signs your crush likes you but is hiding it. Have you ever had the strange feeling that someone likes you, but they never actually say it? Maybe they look at you differently. Maybe they act nervous around you. Maybe sometimes it feels obvious, and other times it feels like you're imagining everything. And that confusion can drive anyone crazy. Because when someone truly likes you, you'd expect it to be obvious, right? But here's the truth most people don't realize. Sometimes the strongest attraction is the one that stays hidden. Not because the feelings aren't real, but because the person is afraid to show them. Fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of ruining a friendship. Or sometimes, they simply don't want you to know how much power you have over their emotions. And that's why people who secretly like you often behave in ways that are confusing, contradictory, and mysterious. But psychology tells us something fascinating. Even when people try to hide their feelings, their behavior still reveals the truth. In fact, there are subtle signs that appear again and again when someone is secretly attracted to you. Small behaviors, tiny reactions, moments that most people overlook. But once you understand these signs, you'll start seeing them everywhere. And you might suddenly realize something shocking. That person you've been wondering about might actually like you far more than you think. So in this video, we're going to reveal 10 powerful signs your crush likes you but is hiding it. And make sure you stay until the end, because sign number 10 is the most powerful one of all, and almost nobody recognizes it when it happens. 1. They look at you when you're not looking. One of the most classic signs of hidden attraction is the secret glance. You might not notice it at first, but people who like you often look at you far more than you realize. The reason is simple. When we feel attracted to someone, our brain naturally focuses on them. Psychologists call this attention bias. Your mind automatically pays attention to the person you're emotionally interested in. But here's where it gets interesting. If your crush is trying to hide their feelings, they won't look at you directly for long. Instead, they watch you when they think you won't notice. For example, you might suddenly turn your head and catch them looking at you. And the moment your eyes meet, they quickly look away, almost like they were caught doing something they weren't supposed to do. This reaction isn't random. It's actually a subconscious defense mechanism. Because when someone likes you secretly, they enjoy looking at you. But they also don't want you to realize it. So they try to observe you quietly. But sometimes they miscalculate, and that's when those awkward moments happen. The quick glance, the sudden eye contact, the immediate look away. If this happens occasionally, it might mean nothing. But if it happens repeatedly, there's a good chance your crush isn't just randomly looking at you. They're watching you because you occupy their thoughts. 2. They act slightly nervous around you. Confidence usually disappears when real emotions are involved. And that's why someone who secretly likes you may act strangely nervous when you're around. Think about it when we talk to people we don't care about romantically. Everything feels relaxed and natural. But when we talk to someone we like, suddenly everything matters. What we say, how we look, how we sound, even small things feel important. So if your crush is hiding their feelings, their nervousness might show up in subtle ways. They might laugh awkwardly, speak faster than usual, fidget with their hands, play with objects, touch their hair, avoid eye contact, or sometimes the opposite happens. They might become unusually quiet, not because they have nothing to say, but because they don't want to say the wrong thing. And here's the key detail. This nervous behavior usually appears only when you're around. With other people, they might seem confident and relaxed. But with you, something changes. And that's because attraction creates emotional pressure. Your presence suddenly matters to them. And that pressure creates nervous energy. So if someone becomes a little awkward, shy, or restless whenever you're near, it might not be random. It might be their feelings trying to escape, even while they're trying to hide them. 3. They remember small details about you. Here's something fascinating about human psychology. We remember things that are emotionally important to us, and when someone likes you, you automatically become important in their mind. That's why people who secretly like you often remember things about you that others forget. Small details. Random comments. Things you said weeks or even months ago. For example, you might casually mention your favorite food one day, and later they suddenly bring it up again. Or maybe you once talked about a movie you love, and they remember it long after the conversation ended. To you, these details might feel insignificant. But to them, they mattered. Because when someone is attracted to you, their brain stores information about you more carefully. It's not something they plan. It's something that happens automatically. Your words stay in their memory. Your habits become familiar to them. And over time, they know things about you that most people don't notice. This is why secret admirers often seem strangely attentive. They remember your preferences, your interests, your little quirks, not because they're trying to impress you, but because their mind naturally pays attention to you. And when someone remembers the small things about you, it often means you occupy a bigger place in their thoughts than they want to admit. 4. They tease you more than others. Sometimes attraction doesn't look like romance. Sometimes, it looks like teasing. Your crush might playfully joke with you, make small sarcastic comments, or lightly challenge you in conversations. At first, this behavior might seem confusing. Because if someone likes you, shouldn't they always be nice and sweet? Not necessarily. Psychologists explain that teasing can actually be a flirting strategy. It creates emotional tension. It keeps conversations interesting. And it allows someone to interact with you without openly revealing their feelings. For someone trying to hide their attraction, teasing becomes a safe way to stay close to you. It gives them a reason to interact with you frequently. And at the same time, it hides their vulnerability behind humor. You might notice that they tease you in a way that's slightly different from how they treat others. With other people, their jokes might feel normal. But with you, there's more attention, more playful energy, more engagement, and sometimes the teasing comes with a smile they try to hide. What makes this sign powerful is the balance. They tease you, but they also watch your reaction closely. Because even though they're joking, they still care about how you feel. So if someone constantly playfully challenges you, jokes with you, or lightly teases you more than others, it might not be random. It might be their way of expressing attraction without saying it directly. 5. They get slightly jealous. Jealousy is one of the hardest emotions to hide, especially when someone is trying to pretend they don't have feelings. Imagine this situation. You're talking about someone else you find interesting. Or maybe another person starts getting close to you. Suddenly, your crush's behavior changes. They might become quieter, more observant, or slightly distant. Sometimes they ask subtle questions like, "Are you too close? Do you like them? Do you talk often?" And the tone of these questions is different. There's curiosity, but there's also tension, because deep down, your attention matters to them. When we like someone secretly, we still feel the emotional impact of competition, even if we have no right to, and that's what makes jealousy so revealing. Your crush might not openly admit it, but their reactions may show it. They might suddenly try to join the conversation, or become unusually interested in what you're saying, or sometimes they simply watch silently, trying to understand where they stand in your life. The key detail here is subtle emotional shifts. Small reactions that appear only when someone else seems close to you. Those moments often reveal feelings that words never do. 6. They try to be near you often. When someone likes you, your presence becomes valuable to them, even if they pretend otherwise. That's why people who secretly like you often find ways to be around you more frequently. Not in obvious ways, but in small, natural-looking situations. They might sit near you, stand close during group conversations, join activities you're part of, or appear in places where you often spend time. At first, it might feel coincidental, but over time, you begin noticing a pattern. They keep appearing, they keep interacting, they keep finding reasons to stay nearby. Psychology explains this with something called proximity attraction. The more time people spend around someone they like, the stronger their emotional connection becomes. So even if your crush is hiding their feelings, their subconscious still pulls them closer to you. They want to hear your voice. They want to observe you. They want to share the same environment. Because even small moments of closeness feel meaningful to them. And sometimes, just being near you is enough. Mid-video hook. Now here's something fascinating. The next signs become much deeper and more psychological. Because when attraction stays hidden for a long time, it begins affecting behavior in unexpected ways. And sign number 8 is one of the strongest hidden attraction signals people show without realizing it. 7. They mirror your behavior. One of the most powerful subconscious signs of attraction is mirroring. Mirroring happens when someone unconsciously copies your behavior. This can include your body language, your speaking style, your tone of voice, even your habits. For example, if you lean forward during a conversation, they might lean forward too. If you speak softly, their voice may become softer. If you laugh a certain way, they may start laughing in a similar rhythm. This happens because humans naturally mimic people they feel emotionally connected to. It's a subconscious bonding behavior. Our brains do it automatically to create comfort and connection. And the interesting part is, people rarely realize they're doing it. Your crush might not even notice that they're copying your gestures, but their brain is trying to synchronize with yours. And synchronization is a powerful sign of emotional interest. So if someone often matches your body language, posture, or energy, it could be more than coincidence. It might be their mind quietly aligning with yours. 8. They suddenly act different around you. Have you ever noticed someone who behaves normally with everyone else, but differently with you? Maybe they become quieter, or more energetic, or slightly awkward, or unusually attentive. This shift happens because attraction creates emotional awareness. Your crush becomes more conscious of your presence, and that awareness changes how they behave. For example, a confident person might become shy around you. A quiet person might become more talkative. Someone calm might suddenly seem restless. These personality shifts happen because your opinion matters to them. Your reaction matters. Your attention matters. And when someone cares about how they're perceived, their behavior naturally changes. The key thing to watch is consistency. If someone behaves differently with you compared to everyone else, there's often an emotional reason behind it. And hidden attraction is one of the most common reasons. 9. They notice changes in you immediately. Most people don't notice small changes, but someone who secretly likes you often does. If you change your hairstyle, they might notice immediately. If you wear something different, they see it. If your mood changes, they sense it, and sometimes they mention it before anyone else. This happens because their attention is naturally focused on you. They observe you more carefully. They pay attention to details others overlook. Even subtle emotional shifts don't escape their awareness. For example, they might say, "You seem quieter today. Did you change something? Something feels different about you." These observations show emotional attentiveness. And attentiveness often comes from attraction, because when someone matters to you, you naturally notice the little things about them. 10. They try to hide their interest. Ironically, one of the biggest signs someone likes you is that they try to hide it. They may avoid looking at you too long. They might pretend not to care. Sometimes they even act slightly distant. But this behavior often creates contradictions. They hide their interest, yet still watch you. They act distant, yet still stay near you. They pretend not to care, yet still notice everything about you. This emotional conflict is common when someone is afraid to reveal their feelings. Fear of rejection can make people protect themselves. So instead of showing attraction openly, they mask it, but emotions are difficult to completely hide. And small signs always leak through. Glances, attention, energy, presence. These subtle signals often reveal more truth than direct words ever could. So if you've been wondering whether your crush secretly likes you, look closely at their behavior. Not just what they say, but what they do, because attraction often hides in small details. The quick glance, the nervous laugh, the unexpected memory, the quiet attention. These moments may seem small, but together, they can reveal a story someone is too afraid to tell. And sometimes the person who secretly likes you is simply waiting for one small sign from you. A moment of courage, a little openness, something that tells them it's safe to show how they really feel.